Hey guys, it's me. Just wanted to send you a quick reminder to submit your videos to Brandon for the Aspen Country Day Dance Challenge. All he needs is just a 20-30 second clip of you and your family and your pets and whoever is around you and your friends. A 20-second clip of you guys dancing. And we'll be airing them every Friday during our Friday assemblies. All right? So, keep dancing. Welcome back to another day of exciting math. Yes, fourth grade math. I'm loving this. All right, so let's go ahead and just get right into it. This is the supplies you're going to need today. You're going to need your student book. You're going to need a notebook, a pencil, and then that distance challenge flyer that we were working with in yesterday's lesson. And if you need to, I can also email it to you if you lost it, or you can check yesterday's email and see if you can find it there. Okay, I'm gonna let you go and grab your supplies. When I say go, you can do that. And while you do that, I'm gonna talk to my friend Iago. All right, and go. All right, so let's get started with our lesson. We're gonna go ahead and open up our notebooks, and then with our pencils that we should have near us, I want you to open up to a new page, and I want you to write, "It's about time." Because it's about time, we talk about time. And it also tells us what our lesson's about today. It's about time. So let's go ahead and write that at the top of our page, okay? Perfect. So for today, you're also going to need this handy dandy distance challenge flyer. So if you have not had the chance to print it off and put it next to your computer, it should be on your computer screen somewhere up there so you can take a look at it, okay? So if you have that to look at right now, let's go ahead and take a look. I want to draw your attention to this 10K course record right there, okay? You'll notice that it says 10K course record, and there are two different lines below it. The first one says men, and then it says 27, and then there's these two little dots called a colon, followed by 49, okay? Down below it says women, and it says 31, and it also again has those little two dots, a little colon, and another 31, all right? So when we're looking at times of races, okay, we're looking at, sometimes they're measured by hour, followed by minute, followed by seconds, okay? Because time of races are even come down to the millisecond sometimes, but we're not going to worry about those today, okay? So in this case, in this flyer, the record for men, so that first number right here, the 27, that's actually the minutes. That's how long it took the record holder, the male record holder, to run, followed by the number 49, and that's the seconds. So in total, the record for a 10K by a man was 27 minutes and 49 seconds. That tells us that down below, the women's record is 31 minutes and 31 seconds. Personally, I think that sometimes women are faster than men, so I don't know why that time is like that. Maybe one of our ladies can beat that record. All right. Anyway, so we have two different times. The men's time was 27 minutes and 49 seconds, and the women's time was 31 minutes and 31 seconds. Okay? Sometimes in races like marathons, for example, you'll see a third number come at the front, and that third number will represent the hour. Okay? So for a longer race, like I said, like a marathon, it might take somebody to run a marathon in 2 hours and 45 minutes with 15 seconds, for example, okay? So that's how we'll be looking at time today, all right? Now that we know what the two records are, I want you to think about how we can find the difference between these two records, okay? How can we find the difference? There is your clue. The word difference should set something off in your mind saying like, wait, we've heard this before. There's a whole lesson on this last week or 2 weeks ago. So how do we find the difference? Think of some strategies. What do you think? I'll give you some time to think. Okay, go ahead and shout them out. What are some strategies that we can use to find the difference? So difference should set you off and make you think of subtraction, right? And so to find the difference of two numbers, it works to subtract them. But if you recall, when we first started talking about differences, we used this thing called a number line. So we're going to go ahead and use a number line to solve this problem, okay? All right, so how I have set up my number line is that I have drawn my line here, okay? I've put my smaller or least or shortest time at the beginning of my number line. So I put 27 semicolon 49, and this represents the men's time. And then here I've written 31 colon 31, or 31 minutes and 31 seconds to represent the women's time. I have a little piece of tape here, and that's why you really can't see that line, but I promise this is a continuous line right there. The marker just doesn't want to show it. Sorry. All right. So with difference, what we need to do is find the space between these two numbers. Okay. And so we've talked about our two units here. We've talked about minutes and seconds. So we need to make sure that our number line shows those as well. Okay. To do that, I'm going to count from here to here. And just like we did when we were finding difference between 3 and 4 digit numbers, I'm going to go by place value, okay? In this case, I'm going to look at my seconds first. I have 49 seconds, and if we are in 4th grade, we should know that in 1 minute there are 60 seconds, okay? So that means for me to get to my next whole minute, I'm going to need 11 more seconds, okay? So on my number line, I'm going to go ahead and build this, and this is going to be 11 seconds. Okay? So this will take me right here to minute 28. All right? And then I'm going to say, well, from 28, the next whole minute is 29, followed by 30, and then here to 31. Okay? I don't want to go past 31 because that would go past the time I have here. Okay, so I'm going to say, well, my next time block is going to be from here to here. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3 whole minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, to get to the whole rest of the time, I need to add 31 seconds. For me to be able to get to 31 minutes and 31 seconds from 27 minutes and 49 seconds. So if I add all this up, I'm going to add these 3 minutes here, okay? And I'm going to leave that just as 3 minutes because this unit of measure, the minutes, is a lot different than the seconds, okay? And then I'm going to add my seconds together, okay? This gives me a total of 42 seconds. Okay? So the time difference between the men's record and the women's record is 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Cool? All right, so another way to use number lines to count time is when thinking of a problem like this. Are you ready to listen? Here we go. Let's say that a 10K race starts at 7:30 a.m. A runner took 54 minutes and 15 seconds to run the race. At what time did they finish? Okay? So if you need to hear that problem again, you can rewind this video about 30 seconds, okay, to hear the problem. All right? So for this problem, this elapsed time, okay, this is an elapsed time, and all that elapsed time means is the time that has passed from one point to another. Okay, so for this type of problem, we can set up a number line as well. All right, so to solve this problem, we're gonna set up a number line. Now, for this number line, we don't have all of the information that we need on our number line. We do know that our number line is going to start at 7:30 a.m. because that is the time that the race started. But we're trying to figure out when the race ended. So right now my number line does not have another endpoint. The other point of information that we do have is how long it took a runner to run this race. And that was 54 minutes and 15 seconds, okay? So what I'm going to do is on this number line, I am going to add time on this number line starting at 7:30. I'm first going to look at my minutes here because that's my biggest block of time. And so I am going to first add my minutes, okay? So starting at 7:30, I know that if I add 30 minutes, that'll take me here to 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, that does not cover the whole time that the runner took to run the race. So I'm still going to have to add another 24 minutes. Good. So I'm going to add another 24 minutes. Okay? 24 minutes. Okay? So that takes me to 8:24. We're not quite done yet because we are told that the runner took 54 minutes and 15 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and add that time right in here as well. We're going to add these 15 seconds. Okay? So, the question was, what time did the runner finish running the race? If they started at 7:30 a.m., took them 54 minutes and 15 seconds, we can look right here at this time and add these seconds here to know that they ended the race at 8:24 with 15 seconds a.m. Okay? So that was the time that the runner finished his race. They started at 7:30 a.m. It took them 54 minutes and 15 seconds. So that means that they ended at 8:24 with 15 seconds in the morning. Cool? All right, let's do one more. And I'm going to let you take the lead on this one. All right, so for our last problem that we're going to work on together, here's your scenario. A runner finishes a race at 10:15 a.m. It took them 55 minutes to complete their race. At what time did the race start? Okay? So some of your wheels are already turning. Great, I love it. All right, go ahead and pause the video and unpause it when you're ready to discuss and see how you did. Get to work. Good luck. Are we ready to discuss? Great. All right. So again, let's use a number line to help us solve this problem. Okay. What we're going to do though now is that some of our information is still kind of scrambled. We know the time that the runner finished. We know how long the race took, but we need to know what time the race started. So let's take a look at how I set up my number line. Okay. So again, I knew what time the race ended, and I knew how long it took the runner to run its race. So what I needed to do was, instead of moving forward like we did in this previous problem where we moved in this direction, we're actually going to have to go backward. Right? We're going to have to go backward. But if you recall from previous videos, when we were doing subtraction or finding the difference on a number line, we could move forward or backward to find our answers for this, okay? So let's take a look. If we're starting at 10:15, I can break up my time to even hours. So for example, if I wanted to find out first to 10 o'clock, that would have been 15 minutes. Okay? Still not enough to cover the entire length of the race, because I need to cover 55 minutes. So if I subtract 15 from 55, I know that I'm going to need at least another 40 minutes, right? So I can break this up a couple more times if I need to. I can break this up first by 30 minutes. And that'll take me to 9:30. A half hour or 30 minutes before 10 o'clock would take me to 9:30. It is still not enough, right? Because I have a total of 55 minutes. And so far here, I only have 45. So I need to take away 10 more minutes. Okay? And 10 minutes minus 9:30 is going to give me 9:20. And so that is going to be my answer. The race started at 9:20 a.m. Okay? Again, using a number line, but instead of moving forward like we did in this previous problem, we had our end time, and so we had to work our way backwards to find our start time. All right? Great. Great job today. All right, let's talk about your assignments. So for today, you're going to be working out of your student book, okay? And you're going to be doing page 151 and 152, 151 and 152, okay? It's going to ask you about time differences and finding the difference between two times and telling you when a race was over or when a race started, very similar to what we did today in class, okay? So please make sure that you're using number lines, all right? There is no home connections today, so no need to send in reflections unless you didn't do yesterday's. Okay, anyways, make sure that that gets done. But that's all I got for you guys. Hey, don't forget to send in your videos to Brandon, your dance challenge videos. It's just 20 to 30 seconds of you dancing. It could just be you. It could be you and your pet. It could be you and your sibling, you and your family, you and everybody that is quarantined in your house. Just make sure that you have fun and then you send them in. It was so great to teach you guys today. I miss you so much. Please make sure that you know that I am available whenever you guys need to ask me a question. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.